and welcome to Macabre Daily podcast. I am Doaa, and today I have with me the creators of Frankie, Maniac Woman, Pierre and Dina. How are you today?
Good, how are
Good.
you?
How are you?
I am good. Y'all, this movie was wild. I didn't know what to expect. And I read that you both wrote it together. So, Dina, I really wanted to hear your perspective first. How did your experience as a female in the film industry shape this character for you?
Well, being in the film industry, with other fellow females, it's taken a long time to connect more than it has with gentlemen. I get like Pierre I met 10 years ago when I just moved here, and now look at us. And a lot of my dear friends, Ayal Rush is a man as well. And so it's taken me a while to connect more with females in the film industry, which is totally fine. Um, but I think this movie definitely kind of shows that women, we just have a lot of misogyny put on us to like kind of go against each other in situations, especially the workplace, and just life in general. And so I think this movie highlights it. I hope it does. But now I've met some amazing females in film, and they're just like badass bitches, just like me, and like totally like down to clown, and just like guerrilla filmmakers as well. And so that's been super inspiring. And I've always wanted like my females around me, and so now I think I'm coming into that light. So that's great. So it's taken a minute, but I'm super excited. So yeah, it's shaped a lot of what Frankie was about as well. As like women, instead of hating the game, instead of hating the players, you got to hit the game, kind of thing. So now it's all changed. The perspectives are changing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
let's go. And it was so beautiful to see a female serial killer. For you, Pierre, there's a lot of inspiration from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And also, I felt like there was a lot of inspiration also from extreme French horror. Like when it comes to horror in France, they are the masters of horror movie because there's something about the feminine rage. The way they represent it is so unique. So I'm curious to hear your inspiration from that.
Oh, thank you. Well, first, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because, I grew up watching all those French extremity. This is like all this movement of French cinema. Really, like it's exactly when I was like growing up and starting to watch horror films, like more seriously and more like really like becoming a fan. So, like the films like Martyrs or High Tension have such strong female leads and I think really amazing performances. And I don't know, I think European cinema and maybe French cinema, well, France is particular because it's so hard to make a horror film in France because it's not a genre that's championed whatsoever in terms of financing or even the audience. In fact, French horror films, they do so much better outside of France than in France in terms of box office and ratings. But so I feel like French filmmakers, when they get a chance to make horror films, they make it count. They're like, okay, I'm going to go as hard as I possibly can, sorry, and make a statement. So I guess I've always approached that in the same way. Like Alexandre Aja was like one of my favorite directors, and like The Hill of Eyes or High Tension, like I said, I always like the gore and the violence there. It has something raw, and so. Or Gaspano is like a huge influence, from like, for example,
That's fine.
the kettlebell kill, it's like the fire extinguisher reference from Irreversible. So I feel like I don't really think too much about it. I just love those French movies so much that they just like come out, all the time, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm curious also about the title. Why did we land on Frankie Maniac Woman versus just Frankie or just Maniac Woman?
Oh, good question. It's funny you you asked that because no one's ever asked that question. I think I like Frankie's such a cool name. That's and Dina and I we really liked it because her name is Frances, but then the nickname is Frankie, and it could be it could be man, woman, it could be any gender really. So it's vague and cool, but I wanted to call it like we're an independent film. We need to like reach like a broader audience. And I think since we have a crazy maniac, I think the name Maniac would be good to have. But then also we wanted to make it, I don't know. I think it's long. I know it's long, and maybe that's my European taste. Like, like Europeans, they have long ass titles. But Dina and I, we talked about it, and I think we were like, okay, people are gonna call it Frankie for like a smaller, like they want to mention it real quick. But I think for like someone who doesn't know anything about the project, if they see a mask, if they see Dina's face, I kind of want them to know it has to do with a maniac. And I just added the woman thing. I thought it was kind of cool. It's just like it makes her badass. Even though I will say that because I'd like to address it. It's like some people could see it like a little bit like as like misogynistic because the word maniac and women have been put together a lot. Oh, she's a maniac, like the song, for example. But that's, even though I mean, I totally agree with that, but this is what it's about in the movie. She doesn't choose her name. It's the people on the radio who label her the Maniac Woman. So her label is 100% misogynist, but if you watch the movie and you pay attention, we hope, Dina and I, you see that even the way people talk about her is misogynist.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all, we need the sequel ASAP. Like, ASAP, please fund the sequel. And Dina, there was this one specific scene towards the last act, like you're having this monologue with your inner voice in the desert. This was such an intense scene, and I'm curious to hear, how did you prepare for it, like emotionally, mentally, physically?
Well, Pierre and I doing this film, I think, has been just one battle after another, no pun intended. And so this scene in the film, Pierre and I had been driving all day. We went to Vasquez Rocks and we got kicked out of there. And then we were looking for a spot to be able to film this, and we found this little side road, and storm was coming in. It was like 37 degrees. It was fucking cold. And he was like, all right, here we go. And we went in with a kind of our script, and then we just like, this is the point where Frankie, she realizes that she kind of fucked up her life. Like, she had left a lot of evidence where her last crazy thing happened. So that realized, I think it's also for me in my life at that time, I was drinking a lot and going out and partying, and just felt like a little lost. And so when doing that scene, it's kind of like those moments where you're like hopelessness. Like, did I ruin everything, And I just that, and having Pierre there, and Pierre have always been able to pull out so much from me. And also I feel so safe to be like vulnerable and things like that. And so when we did that, it was one take, I think. I don't remember what really happened. I was just going for it, man. And it was so cold that I think my brain just went on to like airplane mode. And so we did it, and then Pierre was like, holy shit on a dick, dude. And I was like, what? Fuck, we gotta do it again? Like, what's going on? And he's like, no, I think we got it. We can do the reverse shot. So, but that day it meant a lot, because then we got bloody, and then we had to wash off before we got back in the car. And then it started raining so hard, and it was just like, it's just the two of us really trying to push through and make this film. So that day for me was a really special day. It's one of my favorite times of filming. And my brother was there as well. And so, yeah, so it was just like a family affair. And but that day means a lot, and I'll always remember, that scene. It was a lot.
Yeah, that scene is definitely Oscar worthy, and I can tell you both have a solid friendship. The way you're feeding off each other's energy in the movie, especially with the scene.
We don't.
People like laughed at Panic Fest. People were like, "What the?"
That was crazy. That's crazy, especially when it started at the beginning. I'm like, "What am I watching?"
What do you want? Yeah, that's fun. I know. Great. I love it.
Okay, and last question would be: how would you both describe Frankie in one word?
Oh, good question. Word.
Cultured.
Cultured?
Yes.
Multifaceted.
True.
I would say complex. Or I would say even better, human.
Human,
That's deep. I love that. She is very human.
She's
Like,
human.
yeah.
She's a woman.
She's
like
a woman. She's been through shit. Like,
She's been,
damn. I'm
That's
like,
what I
girl,
mean.
yeah, kill them all.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like, you know, sometimes when you snap, like people snap, or if you ever snapped like in conversations and it just comes like, you know, like I take a step back and I apologize, but when that happens, you can't control it. It's like when moms, you know, they give birth and then like, what is it, 2 months after birth, if you like kill somebody, it's kind of okay. Isn't that what they say? It's like, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Don't give anyone any ideas.
Yeah, don't give it. Okay, awesome, folks. It was so nice to chat with you, and I can't wait for the world. Like, I want everyone to watch this film. Seriously, so good.
Oh well, thank you so much. Yeah,
Thank
if you can tell people word of mouth. We're so small. We're self-distributing it, so any penny that goes our way goes directly. There's no middleman. There's nothing.
No middleman.
Let's go. Let's get you all the money. Whee!
Well, we'll see. We'll let you know if.
I'll take you out to dinner.
Okay, let's go. Okay, awesome, folks. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Egypt, but I'm based in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, okay. I love your accent's beautiful.
Your French accent is perfect.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate. I used to speak French, but I don't anymore. And Dina is actually a very common name back home. When I read your name, I'm like, oh.
Oh, really?
It's so good to see it again. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, lovely. Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Ciao.